Sawyer and I have just bundled up in time to come and see what's going on with the tractor out here. We've been on the farm for about 9 months now, and this is really the last bit of clearing that we have to do before we could probably say that we've got the farm under control. Joao has been instrumental in helping us every weekend for a couple of hours just to keep clearing back the edges and getting the brambles down and clearing the last of the kind of dead vines and things. And once this field's done and the one where our vegetables are going, then we're pretty much there and we're kind of at the point where we can just be building. So it's really exciting, as it usually is. What's that, buddy? Is there a tractor? Where? A tractor! It's like all of Crusoe's boyhood dreams coming true constantly. Love it. Joao is also, I think, Crusoe's hero. The amount of times he gets mentioned in a day, Crusoe just constantly goes, Joao, fire! Joao, clear! Joao, hole! And he just loves nothing more than hanging out with Joao on the weekends. It's really, really sweet. And here he has just wandered up the road to go and kind of see what Joao's up to. Very cute. So you may be wondering why we're not doing this all ourselves. Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, it's an enormous job and it would take us, I mean, months and months and months to get through, considering everything else we have to do, as well as look after these two small people. The other thing that I think is really important is that we're new here, and becoming a part of this community and giving back to it is something that will make us feel more settled here, be more settled here, and be a part of the community rather than being alienated from it. We already have the challenge of the fact that we don't really speak any Portuguese. We are trying, but we don't speak the language. So connecting with our neighbours, connecting with the people around us is a challenge. One of the ways that we can do that is by employing people in the local community, by engaging with our neighbours, asking for their help, and of course for their local expertise to come and show us how to do these things. We've never ever done this before. Anyway, that's enough waffling on from me. Let's go and see what they're up to.
We are the Newbies, a family of explorers who've taken root in northern Portugal and are currently renovating a small abandoned farm into our dream off-grid homestead. I'm Tara, born and raised in Zimbabwe with a love for wild spaces that comes from a childhood growing up on a farm in Africa. This is John, who's had a life on the road, visiting 163 of the world's 193 countries and counting. Wow. And this is our son Crusoe, who loves nothing more than to help his dad on the farm. In his first year of life, he visited 4 continents and 24 countries and has just become a big brother. We're documenting our entire journey, and each Sunday we release a new episode with exciting new projects and stories. And we would love for you to join us. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and turn on those notifications so that you never miss an episode. Thank you for helping our channel grow and for supporting our family's journey. And remember, be brave, think big, explore.
I am especially grateful for the help. When I look at this wall of brambles, it's basically like a waterfall. I'm so looking forward to seeing what this looks like when it's all taken down, and I'm even more excited to replace what was here. I think lots of you who've been watching for a while remember last year we started clearing the vines, and we had so much good advice from so many of you. One of the things that really struck me was somebody said to us, you've obviously got really special healthy vines because they're still here and they're still producing, having been abandoned for so long. So they're an old variety with a lot of strength. And so we really wanted to keep them, and we've tried to keep as many as we can, but the ones behind us, I think, you know, there are vines under there, but how do you remove that waterfall of brambles without completely destroying the vines? I don't think it's possible. So sadly, I think this has all got to go. And our plan is to replace it with things like kiwis and jasmine and more vines and grapes, and maybe one day we'll even make our own wine that won't explode on us. Oh shit, it really does. Look. But we got to start somewhere, and this is it, I suppose. So watch this space. There's going to be an interesting vine story alongside everything else that we're doing here on the farm. I just feel so fortunate that we're able to have these kind of fun adventures with things. And yeah, this is one that is completely new to both of us. We have absolutely no idea what we're doing. And there's a lot to learn, and we're really grateful for the people around us who are able to teach us. And that absolutely includes all of you, because the advice that you leave us every week, the comments, the knowledge that you share, the insight that you have is invaluable. So if you've got any thoughts, if you've got any recommendations, any advice, any resources that you think we should check out, please drop them in the comment box below. We always love hearing from you, and it's invaluable. So thanks so much. I've just had a little laugh to myself because the cut brambles look a little bit like Crusoe's latest haircut, care of his dad. The first time John cut his hair, he had what I could only call beginner's luck. The second time, Crusoe looks a little bit like he's had a fight with a lawnmower. So, that's what those brambles look like. And they have had a fight with a lawnmower. While all that's going on, I inevitably have work inside to do and lots of editing and stuff, but I just wanted to say a really quick thank you to everybody who's been so supportive of my new efforts at trying to run every day. I'll be completely honest, it's not been a daily thing just yet, but it was so nice to hear from you all on Wednesday with tips and tricks to kind of make it a bit more of a habit, and also anybody who shared that they were inspired to start doing something for themselves, and it made me so happy. So go for it, Ruth, I say. We have been taking our health a lot more seriously since we had kids and trying to make lots of different decisions that would benefit us. We try and eat as much kind of plant-based food as possible. We try and like incorporate lots of seeds, and we're very on it with our vitamins and supplements and things like that. But the other thing that we've taken really seriously is the quality of our water. As you know, we are off-grid here as far as our water is concerned, and it comes from the spring. But with the addition of our amazing water drop filter, we can rest assured that we also don't have any nasties in it. So I wanted to tell you a little bit more about that because we've been using it now for about 4 months, and it really is a super cool piece of kit. I'm sure you've seen in the news that recently there was a terrible train disaster in Ohio which compromised water safety for lots and lots of people. And if any of you were affected by it, our hearts go out to you, and we sincerely hope that the resolution is found soon. We use the Water Drop G3 reverse osmosis system, and it's a filtration system that takes out heavy metals, harmful bacteria, and anything nasty in your water that you wouldn't want to be drinking. The G3 reverse osmosis system that we use here on the farm uses an 8-stage filtration system that removes over 98% of most harmful chemicals, things like chloroform and benzene, which is very reassuring. If you're looking for more capacity or a bigger system, then make sure you check out the G3P600 and the G3P800. They can both be found on the Water Drop website using the links in our description below. And what I love about it is we have this snazzy tap with a screen on it which shows us our TDS reading, and the system itself fits super neatly in our cupboard beneath the sink, and it looks really, really cool. So if you've ever thought about buying a water filtration system, we would highly recommend the G3 reverse osmosis system from Water Drop. And now's the time to do it because we've got a 20% discount for you using our code TheNewbies. Click on the link in our description below and let us know what you think. Wow, I've just popped back out to see how things are getting on, and I'm amazed. It's incredible to watch transformations like this. It's not the prettiest, like having these kind of bare vine stands behind us. I don't love them, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to come up with something that makes them look pretty again once we've got vines established. But Gosh, that makes a huge difference. Let Sawyer choose his t-shirt this morning. Clever boy.
Sawyer chose a tractor t-shirt today. Wow. Brilliant.
It looks amazing, hey?
Yeah, it looks really like... What's Crusoe doing over there?
I didn't know we had a rock over there.
No, I didn't know that either. Brilliant.
So cool. What is Crusoe doing?
He's going to fix the tractor. No. Life just doesn't get any better, does it, Crusoe, eh?
Yeah, be my boy. So the very last place for the tractor to clear is this field at the top, which is where our vegetable garden is taking shape. This one is really overgrown as well around the edges, and as you can see in that far corner, it has all collapsed completely. So I don't even know how the tractor got to where it's got to, but it's on the other side of that hedge. John's there, and it's going to be hopefully clearing this all up, and then we can really have a look at what we've got.
Come on. Over the fence. Quick, the tractor's down there, look. Oh. Where's Joao? Joao's there, behind you. So behind me is the back boundary of our farm. It's the lowest terrace, it's quite difficult to get to. So we've come around the back here to access it from behind. There's a tree that's come down. Joao's just trying to tie a chain around it. We've got the tractor that's going to pull that out of the way, and that should get that all sorted. And then we're going to take away all of the brambles, and the idea will be to be planting more vines down here as well as on the terrace up the top that Tara's just been showing you and telling you about. So fingers crossed, but it's very, very wet down here. There's water everywhere, which is great. But yeah, so off we go, see whether we can get it out. That's a big tree.
So I've just been saying how amazing it is to see this all kind of get beaten back, and how it's making me feel like the farm is ours for the first time.
Yeah.
We haven't just inherited someone else's stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I look at all of this, and does it make you feel sad for the animals? Like, that must be the most amazing habitat for wildlife, and it's all going to be gone now.
No, it's just a bunch of brambles that are up in the air.
Oh, okay.
You know, okay, the birds might enjoy it during the summertime because there's berries in there, but we're replacing the berries.
Okay.
We're replacing the, you know, we're not going to be stingy over our raspberries and our blueberries, are we?
Well, I mean...
Well, Crusoe might have other ideas on that one, but we are, you know, the idea is to replace and put pollinating plants here and doing all sorts of stuff. So I think we can do better than this. What does your permaculture book say about 3 objectives of each plant?
Yeah, it's true. Everything should have 3 purposes. It does say, though, that the edges of your land should be what you leave for the wildlife. Like, there's zones, right? So the 5th zone is the very edge, and it should be left completely untouched. Okay.
So behind this, where we're going to plant the vines, will be untouched.
Okay. Love it. When we first got here, I had so many ideas for this space. I always knew this would be our vegetable patch because it's where we get the most sun, and it's easy access to the house, so it makes the most sense in terms of kind of overall layout and design. But the bottom terrace down on the bottom there is where the overflow water goes, and we're thinking of digging a natural swimming pool and collection point for the water there, which would be really cool. But we'll see how it goes. Really, like, this is an incredible way to start the year. It's almost like clearing out your house of kind of clutter. It's very therapeutic. It feels like that with regards to kind of clearing everything back. And then now we sort of start with, you know, things back under control the way we need them to be. But I'm also just starting to learn a lot about permaculture and reading my first book on the subject. And I'm fully aware that the kind of borders and the edges we're supposed to leave to just be completely wild. But I think there'll be benefit in sort of stripping it back a little bit. And then we can kind of be a bit more purposeful with everything. So this feels good. It feels great. Oh, yikes. Oh, I'm going to back up. I was just about to walk under there, but didn't realise how close the tractor was, or maybe how far his arm can reach, but he's right here.
Dad! Yeah, Dad!
Should we go to Dad? Come on then, let's go.
We've got daisies everywhere around here.
Oh,
Stay out of the puddles, Crusoe. All right, we've got a bit of a drama going on. Tara took the shortcut across the bog that is our field.
I'm stuck.
And she's got stuck.
Stuck. My boot is stuck. Won't come out.
We're missing the tractor action, my darling.
I know, but I don't know what to do. Don't, Crusoe, don't come here. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there.
All right, I'm going to have to put Sawyer down. I got to put Sawyer down somewhere. Sorry, I've got to go and save your mum again.
I'm actually sinking further and further in.
Actually, we need the tractor to pull you out, darling.
Yeah, I'm going to have to come without my boot.
Okay.
Do I just come without my boot? Darling. Oh no, they're both stuck. No, I've got no shoes. Get my shoes.
What do you reckon, Crusoe? Crusoe will get them, won't you, Crusoe?
Oh.
Okay, can we go and have a look at the tractor now?
This field is a hazard, darling. It's really hectic.
At least it didn't go the... Yeah, you stuck. What's going on? Come on. Are you stuck? Okay, come on, look, we got to go look at the tractor. Daddy's shoes are wrecked. Completely ruined.
And those are the shoes that we're never going to see.
Yeah. I suppose we have to put... No, not over there. Not over there. Come on, this way. Good. Water, water. Okay, let's go. Brilliant.
Well, the first rule of permaculture is to observe, and what I've observed this morning is that field is not ready to be worked in. I don't even know what we do about that. It's so sinky. I actually panicked a bit there. Not that I thought I was going to be stuck there forever, but like something really disconcerting about the earth like disappearing beneath your feet. My boots are now living up to their name. Well, I've regained a little bit of my dignity.
You have actually. You've got your shoes back.
I got my shoes back.
Joao and the tractor driver have gone home. They'll both be back in about an hour, they said, to carry on. But
So what did we learn this morning? How are we going to farm vegetables in that bit of vegetable garden?
well, it'll dry, won't it?
Is it?
You remember when we first got here? Even when we were looking around, it was like rock. That soil.
Yeah, it's amazing though. It's like a sponge.
So we just need to manage the water flow through that field.
Yeah.
The field behind it, the one that we've just been working in as well, that's really wet. There's a river that runs, well, a stream that runs through the middle of it.
Wow, that's not our land though, is it?
No, it's not. But anyway, now would be a really good idea just to go and have a look and see actually where that they've cleared, and see what we've got there.
Okay.
So maybe just wander over that way. Yeah. So the thing about clearing land is that it just feels good. You know, I think I've said in previous episodes how light things feel, how much easier and how nicer they feel when there's clarity, when you can see stuff. So, my goodness, it's such a weird day because we've been driving up and down this road here. This is our road in. Since we bought the property, it's always been knackered, and now it's completely flat because they've just flattened it. The clarity, the ease of seeing things, somehow when the brambles, when the things that are not supposed to be where they are get cleared away. And this is one of the issues about buying a property that's been unused for nearly 15 years. I think it just sat here. So the brambles that we're clearing away have had 15 years to have their own way on it. And if you can imagine an end of world scenario where all the human beings on the planet just disappeared tomorrow, or even right now, this farm would be exactly how life would have gone or would go after that. The wild would take it back and it would just be untamed, and the powerful brambles would grow and everything else would just shrivel and die. And obviously what we want to do here is make it a really beautiful place for wildlife. We want to make it usable for ourselves so that we can grow stuff and farm stuff, but we also, we want to keep the character of it too. We don't want to get rid of any of the character. But now I'm seeing, here we've got a bunch of trees just in front of these big pine trees there. They're beautiful big pine trees. But we've got a bunch of very, scraggly old trees. I think we're going to take those down, and then that'll open up the piece of land behind that land. And so we'll be able to see up the hill, which is also part of our farm, and into those huge pine trees. And that area right there might be the area that we start thinking about building Crusoe's playhouses, his Robinson Crusoe huts. We'll see. All right, lunchtime over. That was fun. And there's Tara's boots. This is pretty much the last field now that we've got to do before everything starts to feel close to cleared. I say that, there's another field down there at the bottom that probably one day will have a swimming pool, like a wild swimming pool in it. Maybe we don't do that today, let's see. Okay, so a big day, as well as everything that's going on around us at the moment, which is bedroom. We've also bought a wood chipper. Thank you very much, Barbara. We're also delighted because we've got quite a lot of stuff going on at the moment, and the alternative really without a wood chipper is just to burn it, because we couldn't leave it in the corner of the farm or compost it. So buying a chipper, I remember reading a comment. I don't know who the comment was from now, I can't remember, but a lady said, one of the most precious things to me is my wood chipper. I always feel really, really rich when I'm scattering wood chippings in my flower borders to stop the weeds, and I totally agree with her. So we've got a box there, we've got a nice wood chipper. It's not the most expensive, it's not the cheapest, sort of somewhere mid-range, and we'll be chipping our piles.
Because one of the other rules I learned about permaculture, darling, is...
What's that?
No waste.
No waste.
Closed loop system. So we now don't have to waste the wood on our farm by burning it. We can now use it.
Absolutely, this is true. 100%. Just show Joao the new wood chipper that we've got. I reckon he's going to be really pleased about it. Hey Joao, check this out.
That's really cool. Very good.
So, apart from wood chippers and tractors and roads and all of the clearing that's been done today, Joao's just called us over because we've uncovered, I suppose it's a concrete section of what would be a well, and a bit of concrete pipe. So the tractor is going to move it for me really quickly to just outside kind of the border zone between the orchard and the vegetable garden. And we're going to plonk it down and fill it with compost and plant strawberries because we bought some strawberry plants the other day. We've also got a very exciting purchase which is on its way, but we'll have to tell you about that next week. I don't want to give it all away now. But for now, I've got a wriggly baby. But for now, let's watch them get our strawberry bed into place. Here it comes. Gosh, Joao, it makes me nervous watching him up there. It's like Crusoe's idea of the best fun ever. I'm trying not to be offended by the fact that the tractor's not sinking when I sunk so unceremoniously into the middle of this field. There it goes! So be careful, baby. Yeah, see? That's so cool. So exciting! Strawberry bed in place. So there's a job for me for the next couple of days. Fill that up with compost, get the strawberry plants in. Lovely, love it. The aftermath of all this work feels, I'm not going to lie, quite overwhelming. There are piles of stuff everywhere. This is a big cleanup job. Well, that has been a truly monumental moment on the farm. Everything feels so clean and cleared. And, well, it's time to get really serious about getting our vegetables in the ground. So we need to build a greenhouse. We need to build compost bins. We need to move the compost into place. We need to get our seedlings sorted out. There's just so much to do. But having all of the land cleared back just is immense. So it's a huge step in the right direction. Anyway, I think that's about time that we wrap up for the week. So I just wanted to pop on to say thank you so much for watching, as always. If you haven't already and you've enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. It really helps us a lot. And most importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. It's completely free and it helps us masses by telling the YouTube bosses that we're doing a good job and allowing us to keep creating content for you every week. And for us. Yeah, you're digging more plants. John and Crusoe are back on the lawn planting more plants. And yeah, I guess leave us a comment because we love hearing from you. And just thanks so much for being here. We will see you next week. Won't we, love?
We will.
We'll see you next week.